Hi everyone, thank you for watching and welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be doing a bronzy, glowy, summery, springy makeup tutorial, and it is the look that I'm wearing right here. I've been wanting to do something like super glowy for a while, but I just really wanted to get my skin in good condition because we all know that highlighter can look really bad and emphasize all the texture on the skin. So I have been on a skin journey the past couple months. I've been trying so hard to reduce the breakouts and texture and pores and all of that. So I'm super happy with how my skin is right now. But anyways, getting into the makeup tutorial. So yes, this is what we're creating today, and I absolutely love this look. It's just something very classic, like a classic bronzy look with a super nude lip. I used some stuff that I just purchased in my recent makeup haul, so that's awesome. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and let's just go ahead and get right into it. Hello everyone! So I'm starting this look off, and I'm priming my face with the Smashbox primer water, which you guys already know is my favorite primer of all time. And then once that dries, I'm going to go in with another favorite product. This is the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation in the shade 105. I'm just going to be patting this and buffing this into the skin using my Tarte foundation brush. Next, I'm going to contour my nose. I'm using this new concealer I just picked up. This one is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I like to contour my nose first before I go in with concealer. That way it can be a little bit more messy with it, and I can clean up any of like the darkness on the side of my nose with concealer. And that's what I'm doing here. That is totally upside down. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral and just drawing this in a downwards triangle motion underneath downwards triangle shape, I don't know, underneath my eyes, and then carving it out on the sides of my nose, and also using it as a primer for my eyeshadow on my eyelids. Then, as always, I'm going to be blending it out with my damp beauty blender. This is my favorite way to blend out under eye concealer. I just feel like it picks up some of the product so it doesn't look too cakey and just gives it a really nice natural finish. Before I set that with powder, I'm going to use a liquid highlighter, and this one is by Marc Jacobs. This is their coconut gel highlighter, I believe, and I'm just going to be dotting this on the high points of my cheeks and then a little bit on my forehead. I've been noticing that like the light kind of reflects off my forehead, so I've been highlighting that lately. I kind of like how it looks. Just blending that out with like an angled eyeshadow brush. You can use your beauty blender if you want. Now I'm going to set my under eyes and bake, and I'm using the infamous Laura Mercier translucent powder. Definitely my favorite under eye setting powder, and I'm also going to put some on the sides of my nose to help carve out the nose contour as well, and put some in my smile lines. I rub the foundation off my lips, and then I'm just hydrating them with some lip balm because we are going to be going in with a liquid lipstick. Next, I'm just sweeping off that excess powder and adding a little bit of like a white eyeshadow just to act as a base for the other shadows we're going to go in with. And the first one is Golden Ocher from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I'm taking this on a angled eyeshadow brush and just dusting this all over my crease, upper crease. This is just my transition shade, so you can kind of be a little bit sloppy with this one. Then I'm going in with raw Sienna, and I'm just going over that, but I'm keeping it a little bit lower into the crease. As you can see, I'm focusing it mainly in my like actual crease, and then bringing it down onto my eyelids a little bit and focusing it on the outer portion of my eye, because I always like to have like the darkest pigmentation on the outer V of my eye. That's just personally how I like to do my eyeshadow. And I'm just going to go in and clean up those lines with some translucent powder just to kind of make it a little bit more like cat eye effect. Now I'm taking this shadow from the Carli Bybel palette and wetting my brush with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm packing this all over my lid. I've actually never used this shade before. It's technically a highlighter shade, but way too dark for my skin tone, so I'm using it as an eyeshadow, and this was such a beautiful, like this was the perfect bronze shade for this look. I felt like I absolutely loved it. And now I'm just going back in with the raw Sienna just to darken up the crease a little bit, because with the lid shade, I felt like it kind of muted out some of the other brown tones. And now I'm going to take Cyprus Umber, which is a super dark brown, so you have to be really careful with this because you don't want to go too heavy-handed. And I'm patting this on my lash line. I didn't want to do any wings liner just because sometimes that can just be too much. So I just wanted to pack this right at my lower lash line and bring it up into the crease, again focusing it on the outer V of my eye. And then I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line. I wanted to keep it very simple on the lower lash line today, just so the makeup didn't look too heavy. I'm just using a mixture of the Umber, the golden ochre and the raw sienna, and then I'm going back over that in the middle of my lower lash line with that Carli Bybel shade, just to give it that nice little pop of shimmer. Now I'm going to be coating my lashes with the Too Faced Better Than Sex, and my camera died right in the middle of this, so I did put this on both eyes and my lower lashes as well, but moving on. Now I'm applying my false lashes. These are the Kiss lashes, and I applied them off camera, and now I'm filling in my eyebrows with the Anastasia brow definer in the shade Taupe. I've been really enjoying this lately. I've kind of been doing a little bit lighter of a brow, because sometimes the dip brow can be a little bit too heavy, so I've really been enjoying this to kind of just give me a more natural looking brow. Now I'm sweeping away the excess powder. We've let that bake for like ever, and it's just going to clean up everything. And now I'm going to go in with this bronzer. This one is by Too Faced. It was from one of their holiday kits. I believe the shade was Jolie, but I wanted something a little bit shimmery just because I wanted everything to be nice and glowy. So I'm just patting this on my cheekbones. I'm not really contouring or anything, and some on my forehead. I like to use the patting motions because it doesn't disturb the foundation. You can just kind of like pat it on top of the foundation, especially because I have so much pigmentation. And then I'm going in with blush. I'm mixing those two from the Becca Cosmetics palette. And again, using the same brush, just using patting motions again so I don't disturb any other products. For highlight, I'm going in with the Becca Moonstone highlight. I'm using this Smashbox fan brush. I never really talk about this brush, but it's hands down my favorite way to highlight. I'm just dusting that right over top of the Marc Jacobs Coconut Gel Highlighter, and then a little bit on my forehead as well. And then I'm going to go in and highlight my nose, and then I will put some on my inner corners just to highlight them and brighten them up, and then I'll put some on my brow bone as well. Then I'm taking a clean paper towel and just wiping off most of that lip balm, and then I'm going to go in and line my lips with the MAC Stripdown liner. I literally use this every single time I do my makeup. Like, it's the only lip liner I ever use. And then I'm going in with the Tarteist lip paint in the shade Pillowtalk, and you guys, I am obsessed with this color. I think this is the color I've been searching for my whole life. I swear, it's the perfect nude, and the formula is super on point. And then once that dries, I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow because I've really been enjoying that. I'm using the Becca Moonstone, is that what it's called? I think so. That is it for this look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.